Hi, my name's Miles, and welcome to where I work. Since it's a holiday week, we figured we'd do something a little out of the ordinary and give you tours of our studios. So this is where I live. Let me show you around. When I get autographs from people, I like to tell them to write the meanest thing that they can possibly think of for me. So like these girls said, "We will knife you and blow up your car." Carmen says, "You smell funny." Carly Rae Jepsen said, "Don't call me ever." Pro Tools, I sit here. Over here's my next gen computer, and over here is my computer for X Trends and Selector and stuff like that. This is Pirate Ricky Martin, and over here's a wheelchair because a few years ago I accidentally had surgery the day before performing in front of 20,000 people. What else is cool? Oh, I got this sweet mushroom head mask. They performed at Roverfest one year and donated this. This is a Neumann mic. What does this say on the side? TLM 103. It sounds very nice. This preamp thing over here, Symmetrics, I don't know. I honestly don't know what that is. This is for when I smell bad. Check out all this stuff I don't use. Nope, never use a single one of these, ever. Keep it gangsta.
Hey, I'm Drew Hall, and this is my studio. So my primary DAW is a Pro Tools 10 HD3 rig. I also use Adobe Audition pretty regularly, and I have Ableton Live loaded on my Mac just in case I want to play with it a little bit. As far as outboard gear, I've got an LA610 for my vocals, an old school Eventide H300S harmonizer, an Access Virus TI, an M-Audio Venom, and a Native Instruments machine. I also want to point out SoundMiner. Nick Daly turned me on to this, and it's a great piece of software for keeping all your sound design straight. And when you've got 3 computers running at once, it gets a little noisy in here. So I've got an ISObox to keep everything quiet. It's time to make magic now. See ya.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hey, what up? It's Malcolm, NPP Active Rock. Come on into my studio. Yeah, anyhow, this is where all the magic happens. You know, I basically live in here, but if we do a little panorama around here, you can see the whole, I don't know, the whole studio. Anything from, well, you got to see Ozzy over here. I mean, what Active Rock studio would be without Ozzy? You got to have Tool over here, right? Got to have Tool. Prior to my iPhone days, these are like Post-it pads. I don't know if some kids even know what Post-it pads are. You got to have Korn. You got to have Nirvana. You got to have crappy 10-year-old equipment. Come take a look at our crappy 10-year-old equipment here. But luckily, we're getting new equipment, right? So I do have crappy 10-year-old equipment here. And my little Mac board. And who's the mystery guy behind the camera, by the way? Can we turn the camera real quick? Oh, that's DJ Mike Check from Scratch It Sniff. Other things that you got to have: American flag in your studio. And all the way from Afghanistan, my homeboy sent me the slow down, prepare to stop, military traffic control point. Your ass is about to get shot.
Good, Steve Dubs. Let's check out the casa. Let's start with the toys. Gotta always keep it real, a little drunk, have some fun. Artists come in. B.O.B. was jamming out on these the other day. Imagine Dragons. It's good times. right, you got a little taste of the crib. It's not that crazy, not that technical, but it works. It's about 3:30, nap time. Peace. Out.
Nothing screams professionalism like your name and magnets on the door. This door is actually always locked, which I like. Gives me some privacy in here. Helps me get stuff done. This is my main production workstation. Computer with Pro Tools on it, a Pro Tools controller, all sitting at an ergonomically correct desk. I was having back issues a couple of years ago at the workstation I had then, and they outfitted me with this, and it makes sitting for hours on end much better. So I suggest it if you haven't had an ergo assessment. It really helps out if you're spending a lot of time sitting and producing and whatnot. So this is where I produce when I'm voicing or on the air. I just walk a couple of feet over here. I do all of that standing up, and ergonomically correct keyboard razors. Those are pretty cool, and I believe pretty cost efficient if you're just looking for a way to raise the height of the keyboards you're working on. What else is fun in here? We're in California, so I have a Vitamix, because you never know when you might want a smoothie in the middle of the day. And a little something I'm borrowing from our friends at Google. This was sitting outside one of their campuses right after a concert, so I'll give it back someday. But in the meantime, it's a good conversation piece. The Google bike at the corner with the old school reels. And that's about it. Not super exciting in here, but gets the job done.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Roger Keeler. Come, this is my crib. Let me show it to you. This here's my studio. This is Roger King's studio. He's a genius. He plays drums and piano, and he's very clean. So this is my studio. Come on in. We'll start with, I'm a guitar player, so I have guitars and basses that we use for a lot of music beds. There we go. We got some Kiss albums above them, you know, just to act like I'm cool. I got some bongos over here. USB turntable. I like to keep a little food in here. Some healthy foods, like 140 calories, so that's kind of cool for a lunch. Some fruit. I don't have a window, so we got the giant mural of the best shot of Denver, which is kind of cool. So yeah, and it's always sunny, so that's kind of nice too. We go for the microphone. Got a Shure SM7. I think we got a new mic coming. I got a talk box. You can plug the guitar into it and talk like a robot. We have this microphone. It's hooked to the Chaos pad over here. This thing is making all the lights. So if you want to talk like a robot, you could do that. A lot of robots. We have this Easy Mac here. It's the first year of the iMac. I got it for like $75. And you can type in any word and it has like 20 different robot voices. And if you need more robot voices, you can use the keyboard, the robot voice. It's a little Korg, micro Korg. So all my keyboards are always hooked up. And you can make beds. This past summer, I got every band that stopped in the garage to sign my Epiphone here. And if you look up, it clearly shows that I don't know how to measure anything. I got Machine to make beats. I use a lot of Acid. I use Adobe for promos, but you can use Acid or Adobe for both, actually. So that's kind of cool. We look down on the floor, we got some guitar effects that actually works pretty good. You want to plug your guitar in there. So yeah, we seem to make a lot of beats here, a lot of beds. Robot voice, you got to get down and shake that booty, robot. There you go. We make a lot of racket. I think that covers just about everything, doesn't it? We got my portable recorder here. That always comes in handy. The recorder's like $90. But this muff here is everything. This is like $65. We got about 6 terabytes of backup drives. And then there's identical copies at my house in case we ever lose something. I can't stress this part enough because these drives just go out sometimes. And whatever's on them is gone. So you always have to have a backup. I think I back them up every 90 days, 60 days. So yeah. I think that's everything in my studio. Thanks for coming by my crib. Roger, you got anything to add? We're very proud of him, all of us. Thanks for coming by.
Ready? So everybody, this is Mingo from Miami, the Spanish imaging coordinator guy. As you can see, this is my recording studio. This is where all the magics, happen. As you can see, they invest a lot of money on equipment here.
Mingo, there's something going on with the shot.
What happened? Give me the damn camera.
Now, this is where magic happens.
So, like, the magic happens outside your comfort zone. Yeah.
Hey there, it's Bernie Lucas, the NPP country imaging guy. Unlike most people, I do a lot of my work in an office. We have a lot of premium choice jocks here in the building, so studios are hard to get into sometimes. But I can always get in my office, and it's just an office. There's a desk, clean for a change. Computer, software, that's a Luke Bryan promo there, speakers. Sometimes I do work in a studio though. And when I'm in a studio, this is it. Kind of typical studio. There's a board, there's next gen. There's another session for another promo for iHeartRadio. And that's pretty much it. So there you have it.